Hello, this is Tom with the Tractor Rescue Ranch, cutting more hay, and the struggle continues. This field here is mostly grass, and so I brought the old 905 New Holland swather up here that doesn't have the hay conditioner in it to do this grass. It has a lot wider header on it, and this is a 35-acre field here, so it's going to take me a while. I wanted to have every advantage that I could, but there's my wobble shaft. I guess that's what you would call it. Goes down there, and then here's the end of the sickle. So anyway, you can see that has been repaired in the past, and it was actually me that repaired it, and it's lasted quite a while, but not anymore. I don't know exactly what I'm going to end up doing here. I'll try to weld it again. That cast iron's hard to weld to get to stick, but I'll try to weld it again. And I don't know if there's a used swather around that would have one of them on somewhere. I'm not real up on where I could get one of them. I honestly haven't tried the dealer, but I guess I can try it and see what happens. So on this wobble arm repair, the first thing I got to do, I got to heat it up really hot, and I don't want to get this other piece hot as well. So just going to take this apart here. Pull that off. That's got a roller bearing up in there, so we'll just leave that off so it doesn't get hot with the rest of it. So that's how it fits right there. So I've just got to do a whole bunch of grinding and grind all that out. If you just put a weld over the surface and don't grind that out and fill it in with weld, it'll never hold. I got a bunch more to do here. I'm going to try the angle grinder to cut it down. I just thought it was real interesting. You may have noticed that old nickel welding rod that I was grinding on there didn't throw any sparks. The only time it threw sparks is when it got down onto the cast. I just thought that was an interesting observation. I got the grinding done, so I gotta just fit it together and weld in all of those. The light doesn't look too good. Hopefully that's good enough. Just fill that whole thing in with weld. So what I'm planning on doing here is strapping these two here down to this chunk of steel so that the alignment is just right. And then I'll get a weld on one side, flip it over, get a weld on the other side so that everything is held into place, and then I'll go ahead and fill everything in. Luckily the bottom side is machined. This surface right here on the bottom, and then that same surface down there on the bottom has been machined, so that all I got to do is strap it to that chunk of steel, and it should be lined up perfect. So heat it up really hot and weld it up. Okay, I'm all ready to weld it. If you can see that number, that's a NI rod 55. So a nickel rod. I got that from our local welding shop here to weld this cast iron stuff. So with this cast, you got to heat it up good and hot before you start welding it. Okay, we're ready for some heat. That's a big chunk of metal to get hot. I don't know if you could see it, but I got that corner cherry red. Got it started turning red anyway. The rest of this isn't quite hot enough yet, so I'll move to this other side. I got that side tacked. That should have everything tacked into place now. Try to get it good and hot. Okay, you need to remember I'm not a professional welder, just an old farmer trying to make things work on a budget. So I really think that that's gonna hang together. Looks pretty good there. So the idea here with this cast iron is you got to get it good and hot, and probably I'm thinking it should have been hotter than I was able to get it. Supposed to get it red hot, and I had it just barely red hot when I was starting to weld there, but that's such a big chunk of steel that I had a hard time getting it. I wished I could have gotten it up hotter. Anyway, so we'll give that a try. I'm pretty sure that it's going to work. And then I'm going to just let it sit here and cool down naturally. I don't want to quench it in water or anything, and just let it cool down as slow as it can cool down. So thanks for watching.